Alright Capricorn, I'm going to do your mid-month February reading. A few announcements first. If you are interested in a personal reading with me, all the information will be below in the description box. I do many different readings: past life, career, love, life purpose, many different types. I also do astrological reports that will help understand people around you and yourself better, and I also do relationship compatibility reports. So again, all that information is below in the description box. I just want to thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your comments, and I mostly just want to thank anybody that there's a Capricorn that I know of that's supporting me. I actually have a moon that is Capricorn. For those of you that don't understand what that is, basically we are more than one sign, and the majority of the signs that you see, like say in horoscopes and things like that, that is what is referred to as your sun sign. That is your core self. But you have a rising sign, which is also referred to as the ascendant. You also have a moon sign. You have many different signs, and there's like 12, depending on which which system of astrology that you study. Primarily, I study Western and some Eastern. I also do Druid astrology too. That's pretty interesting, pretty accurate. But your moon sign basically is your emotional self, your soul self. So it's kind of ruled by in a sense, not really ruled by the moon, but a moon has a heavier influence because it's the feminine energy, as the sun sign is the masculine. And it's not so much as gender, like boy and girl. It has to do with polarity, like positive and negative. And I don't mean like on a battery. It's kind of like a battery, but it's not so much as that. So just know that you have both male and female aspects within yourself. And so it's good to know, the more you know about yourself, the more you will know about the world and everybody in it, the more understanding you can have in life about people and the things that go on in situations. And then, so your rising or your ascendant, which, like I said, they're the same thing basically. That is like the mask you wear, how people perceive you. So, for example, if you meet somebody, how you come off is, if they were an astrologer, and say a beginner astrologer, they would see you probably as what your rising sign is. So most people a lot of times will get more information from their moon or their rising. So you can listen to the other readings that I posted on the other signs to see if this information is not enough for you, or you can book a personal reading. Alright, so what do I need to know for Capricorn, or what does Capricorn need to know for February mid-month 2022? What are the messages for Capricorn February mid-month 2022? What are the messages for Capricorn? Alright, so memories of love and emotional loss came out. So Capricorn, if you're dealing with this at this time, I am sorry to hear that. We're still in the tail end of post-shadow of Mercury retrograde. For you, or for those of you that don't know what that is, I just do a little information on it. But if you do know what that is and familiar, you might have heard a lot of readers and signs, or a lot of readers and astrologers say that is basically over, that it's already went direct, and that's not accurate at all, because we have a post-shadow and we have a pre-shadow in every retrograde that we have, and we have more than just Mercury. We have with every planet, even some of the asteroids, we have the retrograde cycles. So just know that it's when you see that it's direct and it's over, that's not accurate unless that person has actually shared information with you based on post-shadow and pre-shadow. Nothing ever just starts and nothing ever just stops. There's always a process, and if you see that like in your everyday life, you'll see what I'm talking about. You just don't get up and do something. There's a process. Just like if you get up and use the bathroom every day, your body is going through a process. You had to eat. Your body had to process that that energy. Had to process your food, that energy, and then your waste. And so it's not just something just happens. A freak storm doesn't just happen. There's a process, with everything. So a lot of times the memories of love can make you dwell on the emotional loss, or it could be basically what I feel like with some of you, it's in certain relationships, and some of you, I'm getting, maybe it has to do with your parents or something like that, children, something in regards to something that you're losing, and it's hitting you and weighing on you in an emotional way. So I'm really sorry, for that. You have my sympathy as well as my empathy. But so just know, with every ending there's a beginning, and then sometimes, depending on it, if it's meant to be revamped or changed in any way, if it's meant to come back around, it will. But just know about, it's okay to dwell on the past and things like that. But if you're not careful, and with Capricorns, you're kind of governed by time. You're governed. Your ruling planet is Saturn, so it can take you a very long time to get over certain things. And with it being in this retrograde cycle with Mercury, that deals with the mind, so that can deal with memories. And so it can be bringing up past stuff. It could have been like, some of you Capricorns could have had, your parents die like 10 years ago, and the anniversary rolled around, and you're thinking about it. It could be, a past love, or something that was like, it was missed opportunity, or you wanted to reconcile and it didn't happen. But just know that whatever, wherever your attention goes is where your energy flows. And if you stay stuck on certain things, and don't, accept the lesson and move on, then, it can stay with you, and it can hinder you for a very long time. When I talk about Capricorns, being governed by time, basically with Saturn being the ruling planet, it has to do with, how fast the planets rotate around the sun. And with Saturn being a distant planet, it takes a long time. As like with Mercury, the reason we go into retrograde so much is because Mercury moves around the sun very fast. So we usually have 3 to 4 Mercury retrogrades a year. And with Venus, when it's in retrograde, it's like every 2 years. So, and when Saturn is in retrograde, it's many, many months. It lasts a long time. So just know that that's what that means, and a little bit of information in case you didn't, know. But whatever this is, just know that, that you don't ever really lose anything. It comes back around in another form, always. And so let me see what else I get for you so we can complete this story. What else does Capricorn need to know at this time for February mid-month 2022? What else does Capricorn need to know at this time for February mid-month 2022? Cards flying out. Okay, so you got the card of firm foundation. All right, so basically what it's saying is, Capricorn, you're usually very, very strong, energetically, very grounded, very physical earth sign. And so most of the time these things will not throw you out of whack like that, unless you have like a, a rising or a moon or something like that that's in water placement, which many of you do. But when that, when you have a firm foundation, you can be strong for other people. You might find yourself being strong, especially Capricorn moons like I am. You'll find yourself being strong for other people, and you might actually, see that you have, inability to cry sometimes. Like, you feel like you have to be strong for everybody else, but no one's there for you sometimes. So, that's okay, but that's a positive in that with the firm foundation. It's also reminding you to have a firm foundation in whatever, and it would help you get over this or help you accept whatever's going on in your life. Okay, what else does Capricorn need to know for February mid-month 2022? What else does Capricorn need to know for February mid-month 2022? Suffering in silence. Okay, so Capricorn, if you're holding your tongue, you need to tell people how you feel, because I'm gonna tell you what, like, you haven't got any chakra cards yet, but whenever you suffer in silence and don't tell people how you feel, you create energetic blocks in your body, in your vessel, in your temple, and what that does, that can manifest into disease. So, for example, people that suffer in silence like that, a lot of times they will develop issues with their thyroid, hyperthyroid or hypothyroid. And if you're a Capricorn that has a Cancer moon, if you develop hypothyroid, then there's a good chance that could cause a lot of weight gain. So that's something that you need to be aware of, and make sure that you speak your truth, and quit holding yourself back, man. We wasn't given these abilities and these abilities to see, hear, speak. We weren't given that to suppress them. That's not what this is about. We're supposed to be here. You know, our voice is what we create with. And if you're dealing with certain people and you're suffering in silence and you're not talking about how you feel, well, you're just hurting yourself. You know, especially if you're trying to make a sacrifice and do that. You know, you have to tell people what's going on. And so make sure you speak out. And you know, there's no sense of actually causing your own causing diseases to manifest because you're trying to keep the peace or whatever it is that you're going through. Okay, so what else does Capricorn need to know for February mid-month 2022? Okay, spiritual union. Alright, so actually, when it comes to this, it's actually kind of good, because if what I'm seeing here is like if you can get over this and have this firm foundation and actually start speaking and not suffer in silence, you actually might attract a union, a soulmate. This is like the Two of Cups card in traditional tarot. But you're dealing with matters of the heart because that's what the green border indicates. And then like this, this is indigo, so this deals with not indigo, but it deals with the throat and the third eye, things like that. And then the red deals with physicality, physical things, finances, your foundation, everything physical. So for some of you, I feel like that's basically what it is. It's like once you speak and stop suffering, that you will attract either something better than what this is, or you will, there's a possibility of reconciliation with this person that you are missing. That's also a possibility. So Capricorn, I just want to thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes. Thank you so much for any comments that you leave. If you have any questions about any of this in this reading, feel free to contact me. Also, if you want a personal reading, my information is below in this subscription box. And I wish you the best, and I hope you have with this situation and life in general, I hope you have a blessed day, week, month, year, life, etc. Thank you for watching.